So, I watched Star Trek Into Darkness. I hesitated to make a video about it because I hesitate to make videos lately. It's a bad habit. I'll try to stop. But anyway, I liked it a lot. It was very action-y. I noticed a lot of people didn't like it. I noticed a lot of people that really like Star Trek, as I do, didn't like it. So I thought I would explore that a little. There will be spoilers. The first thing that people object to is the action-y thing. Actually, I think the first thing is the Enterprise underwater. I quote the choir master when I say, "Seriously?" But he relented in the face of sheer coolness. No matter how unlikely and unscience-y a thing, it is allowed in a science fiction movie if the cool factor outweighs the seriously factor. And they did sort of prepare us for this when they were building a starship on Earth's surface in the last movie. The Enterprise really shouldn't be in a planetary atmosphere. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It should be built out in space. It should stay there, but I guess coolness. There are other things wrong with this movie that only a true dedicate of the series would notice. I have to point out that I am not a true dedicate and I would not notice most of these things if others did not point them out. For instance, the Federation emblem that everybody is wearing is wrong. That's the Enterprise symbol, and it doesn't become the Federation symbol until much later. There's a word for this. It's called canon. It means stuff that really happened in the official Star Trek universe, and I'm pretty sure this new stuff doesn't count as canon. I fail at Star Trek nerd. Please forgive me. So, back to the action-y criticism. It's way, way action-y. Star Trek is more cerebral. Star Trek is more thoughtful. This movie moves too fast to be those things. I'm okay with that, but I do see how it irritates dedicated fans. There's another kind of fan that is irritated by this movie, and that's a fan that has seen all the shows but doesn't really live them and hasn't really thought them through a lot. Mostly I would fall into that category, but I disagree with this criticism. It goes something like, Khan again? One anonymous person on a forum actually said they felt like it was the same script that had been written 100 times, which had me wanting to reach through my computer and dope slap them because they missed the point. Okay, here's the point of the movies. There's a reason we get to reboot, and that reason is the time stream has been goofed with. This Kirk is not our old beloved Kirk. He's different because his childhood was different. He's different because he was thrust into the captaincy quicker than our familiar captain. He's brasher and more foolhardy, and he's definitely actionier. Spock is different because he has lost his whole planet. But I don't get how a lot of the secondary characters have changed, and I especially don't get the Uhura romance thing. That was going on before the planet thing. It seems like it was added because some writers were doing a youthful shipping style brainstorm. I love the new Uhura. She's strong, passionate, charming, and beautiful, but I don't see the logical progression of the character. Part of the problem is that I loved the original Uhura, and while the main characters remain true to the originals on some level, I don't feel like Uhura does. I mean, seriously, remember Uhura? The lady who was always professional, brave, and dignified? I'm sure Uhura had a love life, and I'm happy to see it on screen. I understand that she was a product of her time, but she was also a great character. She spends half of this movie making out with Spock, and the other half arguing with him while on duty. That's not the way she would behave, and I don't see any reason in the film for the character to change so much. I feel that instead of updating the character for modern times, we've just traded 1960s politics for 2013 gender politics. The pretty girl has to be primarily a love interest. That feels like lazy character development. However, this is a problem with most movies, and I'm probably overcritical about the issue. All in all, the overall film is a great idea. You can work with the old plot lines because time is still mostly marching along the same way, and of course Khan would happen, and of course he would happen differently. That's the point. Everything old is new again. We get action and nostalgia and a new twist on our favorite old personalities. I don't see a lot of downsides.
Well, that was random.